Okay, we're going to be going in, and I really don't know what to expect. Never been here before. Gotta buy tickets.
어머, 이게 막 쫓아다니면서 설명하는 사람들이
The colonel's
있어.
buying the
그런데
tickets.
그들의
그냥 경각 걸려면
We're in the gate.
여기가 상덕궁인데요. 상덕궁이 조선시대 제일 긴 기간을 사용한 궁전이에요.
그 설명해줘.
네 개 있거든요. 서울에 상덕궁, 경복궁, 덕수궁, 성정궁 이렇게 네 개가 있는데 그중에 여기가 제일 오랜 기간 사용한 제일 오랜
Different pharaohs, you could say, lived here. Emperors,
경복궁이 임진왜란때 불타고 막 그래가지고
like the Forbidden City.
그런데 이제 나중에
고치고.
흥선대원을 고쳐가지고 경복을 지은 아 그때는 참 저기 있었다. 덕수궁에 있다가 들어갔어요. 고종 덕수궁에 있었어요.
Soup. Suki.
Shake hands.
Hey, hey.
Hey.
I made it.
It's called 단청.
Panchong.
단청.
Okay.
또한 상덕궁 내에는 계단과 목적이 높은 곳이 많은데 관람에 각별히 유의하십니다.
Looks like you got a dragon up there, the king. Looks like a monkey way in the back. I'm not sure. That looks like kind of lions up there. Dragons. For sure. That's King's house.
Yeah, King's house.
That was the King's house. We're going to be getting closer to it. It's the biggest house too, I bet. Well, okay. What they just told me that these little steps, you know, they look like gravestones.
So this is the ninth grade, and that is the 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, all the rank
The grade.
positions.
Okay, so picture this. We're back here many moons ago, and you have this huge army standing here in the square, and these are different ranks to where you get up to the closer you get, the higher rank you are. Because if you're kind of like just say a lieutenant, you're going to be back here, and so on till you get up. The closer, you know, the top general going to be the closest one to the king. You know, you're talking way back when people kind of looked at the king as God. And, you know, when you read the Bible, they pretty much say that. The lady over there, she's in Korean, you know, traditional dress. And they might be here getting ready, you know, later to get married. That's just a wild guess, but that's what it's all about. So rank has its privileges, you might say. And when you get closer, you'll see. You'll see. You know, whoever was standing here was a big deal. If he was really good and the king was really happy with what he had done, that says do not enter. But if that guy had done something really cool, the king might say, you may enter. And he'd get to walk up these stairs and, you know, kiss the king's ring, you might say. There's my wife. She's already up there at the king's palace. She's ahead of me. You know, this is a bit crazy, but if you can imagine, and I'm sure you can, there's plenty of people that got executed here that had screwed up. I guess the royal family would be living in these quarters, and you can bet they had a lot of protection.
우리의 가장 자랑스러운 그 세종대학 있잖아요. 세종대학 뒤에도 그렇게 쳐져 있는데요. 그렇게 임금이 가는 데는 어디든지죠. 병풍이
So, this is popular with the Korean people themselves. Kind of like, in America, you go to one of those, like, I don't know, the Mayflower or Plymouth Village is what pops into my mind, but that's nothing compared to this. Off in the distance there, you can see that's Namsan Tower. And these is like the old part of Seoul. We're not down, where the big modern city is. Here's where the king would sit. See that up there? Look at all these lanterns, the lights. The people that got to come in here, they were the tops. The cabinet, you might say. Nothing's changed. Wherever you go in the world, you got a king, and you got his top dogs, and then you got out there higher ups till you get down to where just the dogs are. And I'm one of them dogs. It's okay to be a dog. This is really, if you watch Korean dramas, you'll see people dressed like him. Okay, this was probably built around what we would call the somewhere between 1200 and 1300. 1200, I guess, would be before the Renaissance, I think. I'm not sure, but long ago. Okay, I'm looking at this through a different angle now. That's my shadow waving to you. Lucky the sun's shining on that throne. I imagine he had some nice pillows to sit on. If he didn't, he was probably going to be in a real bad mood that day.
때문에 더 이상 임금의 역할이 더 필요하지 않다는 의미 정도 해서 이쪽은 거의 손님을 맞이하는 응접실 같은 개념으로 쓰기 때문에 마룻바닥으로. 당시의 문양이 무슨 문양인지 아세요? 발표가 됐어요.
Okay, I just learned this fact. There were palaces before this one, but this is the very last palace. After that, the last king, there was kings before and there was kings here, but this is where the last king stayed. When he got ousted, there weren't no more.
27명의 모든 그